You have a big footprint right across Sydney. What impact would it have if these strikes are able to go ahead?
Massive. We would literally be the laughing stock of the world. And as I said, we lead every major newscast on New Year's Day with the fireworks over the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. And if they weren't to go on, and the Police Commissioner is absolutely well within her rights to say, if we can't get the people out of Sydney post-closing, nothing good happens in the streets. We don't have enough police to police it. We need the public transport system to get people out of the city post-revelling on the night in an orderly fashion.
You heard Premier Chris Minns earlier this hour. It seemed to me he's playing hardball with the unions here, saying they're not going to cave to the demand. To do so would mean every year, at this time of year, you get these sort of demands. Do you think he's been strong enough in terms of this is not the first union to have a brawl in the last few months with the New South Wales government? How do you rate how he's been dealing with the unions?
Trudy, as you know, I'm not on his political side of the fence. I'm a card-carrying Liberal Party. However, he's been outstanding. Him and his team have been outstanding. They're staring this down. You've got some bloke that no one knows. You couldn't pick the boss of this union out in a lineup. No one in New South Wales could. And they're using this opportunity to make an amber claim, and he's held firm. The question I've got for Murray Watt, and I think his surname is quite appropriate, is where are you? What are you doing? I mean, why would you let Chris Minns and his team do this alone? You are talking about a marketing event for the country across the rest of the world. If ever there was a chance for the federal government to get involved, it would be here. They should be joining Chris Minns and his team and us as businesses in the CBD of Sydney and staring these people down against their amber claim. 32% pay increase over the next 4 years. I mean, fair income. Are you serious? Honestly, I don't agree with Labor politicians often, but Chris Minns has got our complete and utter support.
What happens if tomorrow it's, if the Fair Work Commission intervenes and this can't go ahead? What about that level of uncertainty? As you say, if you're living in Sydney, how do you know whether you can get a train in the next couple of days? It's unclear. What does that do to your businesses?
Trudy, the risk we run is not just the uncertainty around people being able to get there, but also staff. And what it does is throw absolute economic uncertainty. The one thing I can assure you of is we are prepared to cater for these people. We've incurred great costs to do it. Stock on hand, perishable food, you name it. We're ready to go, but we can't have the uncertainty, which is why we've lodged this action. And for this union to pull this on this most important day, it is the biggest day in the city's hospitality calendar. There will be hundreds of thousands of people from around New South Wales and Australia. I did a piece for the ABC yesterday, and I had two people watching me, and I joked with them. I said, "You're next up here." They were from the UK. They come here, amongst other things, to Australia, and they were sitting there saying, are they really going to do this? I mean, this hurts our standing on the world stage. They have massively overplayed their hand, and Chris Minns and his team are calling them out, as are Trudy businesses like ours throughout New South Wales.